Alright, Birdy Fab here. 1965 Ford F100. The turn indicators are not working, and therefore the brake lights ain't working. So I think the culprit is the switch. So we got to get to it. First thing you want to do is get your steering wheel straight. So right now it's resting in the straight position. That way when we put it back on, we'll just put it back on straight, and then we ain't got to worry about no alignment issues. Take your horn button, push in on it, and give it a turn, and it comes out. Now there's going to be a spring back here that you don't want to lose. Now you need your steering wheel puller. Take this nut off and then put your steering wheel puller on there. We'll pull this bad boy out. (15/16) gets this nut off. Then you get your steering wheel puller that you borrowed from your Birdy. Let's see. You got couple different types of threads here, so that one don't fit. So not that one. That one started, but I think we need the coarse thread. Definitely not. So we're going with the fine thread. And what you do is put these washers on these. Back that guy all the way out. Put that one on now. Put that one off. Don't worry about that yet. Then when we tighten up on this guy right here, you just want to make sure you're pulling evenly on these. And she's off. So then take these guys out. That way we can put it up because we don't need this no more. So now that we got the steering wheel off, you can see how your horn has got these little tabs on here, and they just lock in there and spin. And we don't need this no more. So we just get him out of the way. There is so much more room in these trucks when you just take the steering wheel off. So here's what we got. Some 1965 technology here. So it looks like it just kind of rocks back and forth, you know. So it looks pretty dirty. I'm thinking it's just dirty, and that's why it's not acting right no more. So we've got some CRC brand Electromotive electric parts cleaner. Now this says it's non-flammable, and I'm kind of disappointed in that. This is the only thing that the parts store had. CRC's never disappointed me. They never let me down. But I feel like, you know, it being flammable is kind of the let you know that it's really getting clean. So we're just going to spray this guy down. This broken part right here is the reason why it doesn't shut off. So this would cam it to have the auto shut off. So that's never worked since I've owned the truck. There's a good indication why. Just got these broken tabs here. You know, it might not hurt for me to just spend the money and buy a new one of these switches. That way it works right. I mean, we got all kinds of schmoo up in here. Anyways, we're gonna try to get it clean, because, you know, we're cheap like that, and it's cool to be all original. Alright, now that we got the electronic parts cleaner in our eyes, mouth, respiratory ventilation holes, I just did a quick little test here. Key on. She still ain't blinkering. So we're gonna take these Phillips head screws out. This is riveted on here. We're gonna look at the back side and try to find out what's going on with this switch. Alright, so we was wrong. We got those three out. We're gonna unscrew this guy. And just throw him on the ground. Now this should come out. Alright, so we got this unscrewed. See, I'm over the side. We had those three Phillips heads that come out. And then we got this spring on top of whatever that is. Get him off to the side. And then be able to get that out. Alright. So backside ain't got nothing. Looks like this piece of metal here, when this thing clicks back and forth, that's how it makes contact. So I'll hose her down a little bit more and then give it another go. Safety squints engaged. Now this stuff does say don't be spraying it on certain types of plastics if it's made out of some sort of whatever. And if you're not sure, just don't use it. But like I said, you know, I might just have to spend the money on a new switch. We still ain't blinkifying, but I don't know if the truck needs to be running in order for them to work. So one more thing to note. This button here is your horn button. On the back side, you got nothing, just this metal plate. So what's happening is this button, the bottom side of it, pushes on that metal plate. Then on this side, which would be the bottom side of the metal plate, you got this right here. This little spring-loaded Dumafluffy right here. Got the brass end on it. So that end is pressing on the bottom side of the plate. So when you push on the steering wheel's button, it makes the complete loop here. So that'll fall out. And if you touch your steering shaft with this right here, it's gonna make a little arc. So keep that in mind, because you know we don't disconnect batteries when we're working on electrical stuff around here. All right, so the little clip that was riveted in there, we removed it with minimal damage and blood loss. But then that comes off. See on this right here, and that right there, we're gonna get the voltmeter on this thing and see if we can figure out exactly what's happening here, because I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to electricity. Alright, so just because not a whole lot of people get to see this, here's how it works. This thing just kind of sits on top of it, no big deal. So when you rock this back and forth to turn your indicators on, these would be in this position for the right turn signal. It would be in this position for the left turn signal, because you roll it down, that rocks the cam that way, flip it up, it rocks it that way. So the neutral position should be like that. Now I'm over here playing with it, I'm mashing the brake pedal, I still got no brake lights, I can't get any of the turn signals to blink, come on, or anything, no matter how I orientate these things. So I'm gonna order a new part, I'm gonna put it on here, and I'm gonna hope that works. But what I'm seeing now with my voltmeter is I'm making good contacts everywhere it needs to be made a contact, depending on the orientation on what's happening with these little switches here. Because of that, I don't think a new part's gonna fix it, but you know, I've been wrong before a lot, especially when it comes to electrical stuff. I don't really understand anything, so we'll try a new part, see if that works. Birdy Fab out.